Hi, my name is Bianca. In this class, we'll do a couple positions to help ease open the hips. If you have tight hips, this will feel really good. And we'll stretch out the lower back as well. For modifications, you're welcome to use some yoga blocks if you have them, but they're not totally necessary. Let's get started in a seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. You can sit as I am or any other position. And once you're there, you can close your eyes and relax the shoulders. Let the chin lift a little here. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Take another deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. And take a few more breaths here. Just inviting some ease into the body so that we can soften into some nice deep stretches. Releasing any tension you might be feeling in your body. Take one more breath in and out. We'll come into a tabletop position and start to invite some movement here. Come to all fours. Inhale, cow pose. Bring your gaze up. Roll the tailbone up. Exhale, cat. Tuck your chin to your chest. Roll the tailbone down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We'll find that neutral spine here and come into a downward facing dog. Send your hips all the way up. We're not here for long. We'll step that right foot in between the hands and drop the back knee, kneeling crescent. Untuck those back toes, sweep the arms up, and shift those hips forward. You can stay here. If you want to deepen the stretch a little bit further, we'll add a side bend, placing the right hand towards the mat and that left arm reaching up and over. Stretching a little bit more into that left hip flexor. Make sure you're still sinking forward through the hips. Just take a moment to reach through the other side to reset. And hands on the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog. Now we'll step that left foot forward. Drop that back knee. Untuck the toes, sweep the arms up. Shift the hips forward. Option to stay here, just like that other side. We'll add a little side bend. Fingertips on the mat here to support me. You can also use a block beneath that left hand. And then we'll bend through the other side, right hand on the mat. We'll bend to the right. Bring your hand back to the mat. Step your feet back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. We'll step that right foot forward again, but this time step it outside of your hands. Nice and wide on the mat. Drop that back knee. Now we'll come into a lizard pose here. You can stay on your palms. This is a great place to use blocks beneath your forearms if you can't quite lower all the way down. Or you can try lowering all the way down onto the forearms. We're going to hold this here for about 30 seconds. So make sure you keep breathing. Again, letting your body ease a little bit deeper into the posture and soften here. Keep breathing. We're about halfway there. Last breath here. Exhale it out. Keep your foot where it's at. If you're on your forearms, come up to your palms here. We're going to transition into sleeping pigeon. To get there from here, you'll wiggle your right foot all the way over towards your left wrist, and then lay your shin across the mat. The further away this foot is from your body, the more intense this is going to feel, and the closer to your body, it'll be less intense. So see what feels good here. You can scooch that left knee back a bit. Tent the fingertips on the mat, lift the chest up, breathe up into proud pigeon here. Exhale, sleeping pigeon, fold over that bent leg. Stack your forearms over each other, or you can use blocks here to support you underneath your forearms or underneath the hips. And rest your head on your arms or the mat. Breathe here and hold. We'll hold it here for a few more breaths. But if you notice yourself tensing up in your body, see if you can use your exhales to just soften a little bit deeper into the mat. Last breath in and out. Come up to your palms. We'll make our way into a three-legged downward dog. Sweeping that right leg in the air. You can shake it out here. Bring some movement back into those hips. And place your right foot on the mat. Now we'll set up for that other side. Left leg steps outside of the hands. Nice and wide on the mat. Drop your back knee. Untuck those back toes. You can stay here, come to your forearms, use blocks underneath the forearms. You can try what you did on the other side, but you might notice one side feels a little bit tighter than the other. So just tailor this side specifically to what you're feeling here in your left hip. My left hip is always a little bit tighter. So I see it's a little bit harder for me to come all the way down onto my forearms on the left side. So I might not take it as deep here. Make sure you keep breathing. We're halfway there. Last breath in and out. Keep your foot where it's at. Come up to those palms. Let's work our way into that sleeping pigeon. Bring your foot all the way across the mat. Might feel a little bit awkward. Just get your foot over there, however you got to get it there. And lay that shin across the mat. Again, taking note of where that foot is. Do you want this to be an intense sleeping pigeon or not quite so intense? Scooch that right knee back. Tent the fingertips on the mat. Lift the chest up. Breathe in. And on your exhale, come into your sleeping pigeon. Breathe here. Hold it here, keep breathing. And same as the other side, see if you can just release a little bit more. Let your body melt a little bit more on the mat as you take a few more deep breaths. One more breath in and out. Come up to the palms and sweep that left leg back in the air into your three-legged dog. Shake it out. Bring some movement, some blood back into that leg and into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. From here, we'll come to a seated position into a butterfly pose. So get nice and comfortable here. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch and your knees out wide. Wrap your hands around your feet here and lengthen the spine, pulling that head towards the ceiling, rolling the shoulders down your spine, grounding down through the tailbone. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, pull that chest closer towards your feet and keep breathing here. If you find your knees are hiked all the way up, and see if you can release, just let those knees drop a little bit more. If you have yoga blocks, you're welcome to place it beneath the legs at any height to give you a little bit of extra support. Keep breathing. Keep pulling that chest closer to the feet. Make this an active stretch. Take another breath in. And on the exhale, pull a little bit more and slowly rise back up. Now we'll extend the legs out in front and come into another fold. Inhale the arms up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, hinge at the hips. Reach for your feet, ankles, shins, whatever you can grab onto. And if you find that it's very easy for you to grab onto your feet, you can always place a yoga block at the base of your feet so you have something a little bit further to reach for. Keep pulling your chest closer to the legs. Keep breathing. Keep a hold of your feet, ankles, whatever you have a hold of. And now we're just going to walk the feet in just a little bit, an inch or two, so that we have a slight bend in the knees, as you can see here. This will allow for more of a release of the lower back. Previously, when the legs are straight, you feel that a lot in the hamstrings. Now we want to target that lower back. So from here, the legs are bent. Stay in that fold. Maybe even bring your forehead towards your knees. Breathe here. Take one more breath in and out. And make your way onto your back. Scooch forward so you have some space to lay down here. And once you're on your back, bring your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your shins, and then we'll draw little circles here, massaging out the lower back. Reverse the direction of those knee circles. And we'll stop the circles. Just pausing in the center, pulling the knees in towards the chest. Breathe in. And on the exhale, let the knees fall to the left side. And roll your head to face the right side. Supine twist. Reach those arms out nice and long. Now bring those knees back to center. Give them another hug. Breathe in. And on the exhale, drop those knees over to the right. This time your head rolls over to the left. Reach your arms out nice and long. Come back to center and make your way into a happy baby. Grab the soles of the feet. With your knees nice and wide, pull those feet down towards the mat. And you can sway side to side if that feels good. You can extend one leg or both legs at the same time. And from here, hug your knees back into your chest. Come into a tiny little ball, forehead towards your knees. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, let's end in a Shavasana. Legs out long, arms by your sides. Close your eyes, and I'll wake you when it's time. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. We'll end in Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet together, knees out wide, one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. And let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Breathe in, let your belly expand. Exhale it out. Last one, breathe all the way in. Exhale it out. I hope you're feeling like you got some release through the hips and the lower back, feeling a little bit more open, like you got a nice deep stretch. I hope to see you again on the mat soon. Again, my name is Bianca. Take care.